still stand. Hello?
I know, stop.
This is one, I'm against this kind of interruption because one of my rule in life is when you eat, eat. When you play, play. When you work, work. Meantime, in very extraordinary occasion, I'm going to ask you to work while you are eating.
Extremely white.
Don't blame me if you have indigestion. But I have ways of clearing that also.
Who has the...
I will have some commercials.
Our leader, right?
Okay, Lucy Lasso, my good friend from way back.
Have we started? Yes.
Not yet. Lucy's asking me to help start it. We are finished. Okay, we are now on the last page. Dear, excuse me. We are finished up to the, we can begin with F.
Okay, we are about to start with F. If you have some place between your plates, we'd like to start and get your attention again. Remy?
Yeah. Sweethearts, sisters, brothers, F, market-based mechanism. Please, when you say, if you want to change something, have the right words for it. So that, clear your notes. Huh? Okay, where is our microphone runner? Guys, excuse me. Where's the other microphone?
Here in the back, Remy.
Europe?
Europe.
Thanks. I think we need to go back to E. Please, can we go to E? It should read all relevant international organizations, financial institutions and mechanisms supporting, because it's not necessarily that they're related to, supporting climate change and disaster risk reduction measures. Should.
Yes, thank you very much. Is this the text? I cannot read it.
Reduction measures. Thank you.
Okay. Where are we?
Sorry, can we, before we continue to F, we haven't read the others, so can we go through them, please? The additions that were made?
Wait, where are we now?
In E, still the additions being made.
Still in E?
Can we read through it? So we have the preamble of E. All relevant international
organizations, financial institutions, and mechanisms supporting climate change and disaster risk reduction measures should, 1, integrate gender-sensitive criteria into planning, design, implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of programs, projects, and initiatives. 2, assign specific resources to secure women's equitable benefits. 3, recognize and assign funds to regions that are major victims of pollution and environmental degradation. 4, be made available and accessible to women's organizations in partnership with their governments. And 5, support women's or grassroots initiatives in sustainable use of natural resources and community-based disaster management program. Any comments on that so we can finish it?
From Southeast Asia, in addition to E, we would like to propose an additional point as number 6, no? To support regulation of investments on extractive industries such as mining, logging, oil and natural gas extractions that exacerbate climate change. To support regulation of investments on extractive industries such as mining industries, such as mining, logging, oil and natural gas extractions that exacerbate climate change.
So you're actually asking for regulations on the investments.
Yeah, that all financial mechanisms should also support the regulations of these investments.
On point two of E, assign specific resources to secure women's equitable benefits. I wanted the group to consider whether we should just say assign specific resources, or we come up with a percentage that assign at least this much percentage of resources or something like that, something more specific.
As there is so much wording on E at the moment, we'd like to consider as steering group all the different inputs, because there is some overlap and there is also some specificity which comes later on in the text as well. So we will have a consultation on this. We will come back with text for E. Yes, the last... Oh, sorry.
Okay.
You want me to still make a comment on it or not?
Well, okay, please go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, I have two comments. One is on 3, because I think recognize and assign funds to regions that are major victims of pollution and environmental degradation. I don't think it's directly related to the climate issue, and we see big forests being burned, forest fires, commercial burning in Asia. Why should the international organizations come in to pay money to the victims if the national governments or allow private companies to do major logging and burning? I don't think we can hold on to this. And on the last point, that the last addition that was made, I would strongly object to that, because we need to be gender specific. We should not come up and ask for things that are not gender specific in this declaration.
Okay, can I come back to the intention of this specific paragraph E and ask Lorena to explain again to us what we meant with the financial mechanisms, because that might bring some clarity.
I think it is important to understand that within the new debates that are being related to climate change, you cannot hear? Now you can? Okay. There are various financial instruments and mechanisms that are being created around climate change. For example, a new adaptation fund, funds within the GEF, funds within the World Bank. So those financial mechanisms that are being used right now for mitigation and adaptation are not gender sensitive. So point 8 was directed to those financing mechanisms. So if we keep on putting other things into it,